Welcome to the Off Grid Podcast, powered by Retreat Caravans. Join us as we dive into the incredible stories of caravanners who've embraced the open road and the off-grid lifestyle. Welcome to another episode of the Off Grid Podcast, and today I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Goodacre here on our podcast. Matt, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Tilly. How are you?
I'm very, very good, thank you. Now, I can see that you're in your caravan. Whereabouts are you nestled up today?
I'm in the front yard.
Where most campsites are generally when they're not where they should be on a holiday. Nice, mate. And you're in your caravan. For those who haven't seen your stuff on Facebook, tell me a little bit about your caravan and your setup.
Okay, so we've got a Fraser 909R.
Yep.
So it's the off-road, off-grid, everything except for the two batteries. We just stayed with the standard 225 amp lithium,
which is a lot these days. Still 225 amps on lithium.
Yeah, and it does fine. I did add a third solar panel on the roof, so we're running 630 watts of solar.
Cool.
Because I use a sleep apnea machine, so when we're off-grid, it tends to juice the battery down a little bit overnight.
Yeah.
So that just helps the recovery in the mornings. But otherwise, it's a relatively standard Fraser from that point of view. With gas heater. I guess when you look at some of what I put on the page and the group and stuff, my background's fitting, machining, sheet metal work, and trailer manufacturing.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of modifications, like as in my slide-out kitchen and drawers and bits and pieces. That's all my little add-ons.
Your little fun stuff, mate.
Yeah.
It's great to have a hobby like that that can add value into your experience when you're off grid.
Oh, definitely, and it keeps me busy, because I'm I guess you'd call me semi-retired.
So you're only working when they call you then?
No, I don't work at all. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, so with the eyesight, I gave up work.
Yeah, I wanted to touch base on that, Matt, because obviously a lot of I've spoken to a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, your local dealership in Wagga Caravans, who I must say speak the world of you. And obviously I've spoken to a couple of your friends that I've met along our travels as well, and they said that you're legally blind. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, Tilly. I'm legally blind.
And so how does that impact your day-to-day life? And also for those people caravanning with a disability, whether it's, be it, their sight or their hearing, how does it impact your travel adventures?
Well, it does and it doesn't. So it's one of those things that it's only going to impact you as much as you let it.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is on a good day, easy to say, but sometimes that's not that easy. Generally, it's just the navigation of my way around a few things. I do have a guide dog, but he's very useful on our set things that we do.
Yeah.
Go to a caravan park, you won't know where the toilet blocks are and all those sorts of things until I get my wife, Tanya. She helps me navigate around those things.
Shout out to Tanya as well. She's working at the moment.
Yeah, she's working. Generally I sort of navigate around those things, but with my blindness, it's like you say, it's legally blind. I can see everything, but it's all blurry. Glare's a big issue for me. Obviously, I don't drive.
Yeah.
So Tanya's been driving for pretty much our whole camping and caravanning part.
Yeah, that's good.
I built our first camper trailer when we decided we'd get stuck into it.
Yeah.
And then not long after that, I had to stop driving.
Okay.
So then she took up the reins from then on in, and my background around trails and whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of experience to be able to instill into her, and also a lot of confidence. So
that's
because
good.
I was confident around it, she felt comfortable stepping in, and I must say, she'll take it to the boys. She's a very confident and capable.
No, that's good, mate. You got to get it next time you're out and about with a group of people. Get like a reverse challenge or something going on.
Yeah, well, Tilly, that's the funny thing, because you go to caravan parks and they see us pull up, so then I get out, and sometimes I'll just call her from the watch, and walk, and tell her right hand down, left hand down, and whatnot, and back her in. And then you see some people just with their beer in their hand, turn around, walk away, nothing to see here. Like that was pretty easy. And then, half an hour later, I put my guide dog harness on my dog and go for a walk with her. And they go, hang on a minute, he just backed her in there.
That's gold. Exactly right. So your guide dog, Obi, is that right?
Yep, Obi, yeah.
And he comes on all your trips with you?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's 8 years old, and he's been travelling with us since we've had our first van, which was a Joko Expander.
Yeah.
We did 3 months up through the centre and right up into Darwin and Mataranka and Litchfield National Park and Kakadu and everything like that. And we did all of the dirt road from Mataranka right across through Hell's Gate.
How good's that?
Yeah, it was unreal. Yeah, and we really love that top end part. And we've actually been back up there this year into the northern Queensland section to spend some time, because we didn't spend a lot of time in the northern Queensland part 5 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
But he's travelled with us for all of that.
It's always good to have a travelling buddy. Obviously, I know you've got Tanya, but having a travelling, whether it's a guide dog or just a pet in general, it's always good fun to have.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. So, Matt, tell us where are some of the top destinations that you and Tanya have been to with Obi, of course. In the last 12 to 18 months of your ownership of your new van.
Well, we've done 22,000 Ks with this van in 22 months.
Wowee.
We were all, when we bought this van, it was our dream van. It was the intention to have this van for 10 years and live in it permanently or semi-permanently at some stage when our youngest daughter finishes school, at least.
Yeah.
About 4 more years. So we thought, we might as well wear the wheels off it while we can to start with. So every school holidays, luckily Tanya works as a teacher.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of school holidays off. So luckily.
Sorry to cut you off, but we have got, I reckon Retreat Caravans has probably got the most teachers and auto electricians and general handymen than most manufacturing customer bases, because everyone I speak to, they're either a teacher, they're either a tradie or an auto electrician or whatever it might be. So it's good to know.
Oh, it is good to know. But sometimes it's good to know. Sometimes it's good to keep to yourself too when you pull up somewhere.
Yeah. It's school time, you got to be the person in charge.
Yeah, and you don't want people to know that you're a bit handy on the tools when you can see they're struggling already at a caravan park.
Well, mate, the word's out. So, if you end up at any of our caravan rallies or anything like that, I'm just going to say, go to that guy over there.
Yeah. But no, like you said earlier, what we've done with this van, we've got a daughter that's working in Central Queensland on cattle station. So this year we did 5 weeks away with another couple. Went and saw her at Hughenden and then went right up to Gregory River, Julia Creek, Gregory River, Normanton, Karumba. Spent quite a bit of time on the Atherton Tablelands. Went into Cobbold Gorge, and then made our way sort of down the coast and done some of the waterfalls down the coast as well. And just had generally a lovely time, really. And
cool.
And got to see, when we came across 5 years ago, we didn't get to see a lot of the Atherton Tablelands at all, because we were just sort of legging it for the coast. After 1,000 k's of dirt, we wanted to see some sand and clean water, and so we legged it for the coast and got to Cairns and spent a week there. But this time we didn't even spend a day in Cairns. We dropped into Cairns and started shooting down the coast and spent more time down the north and central part of the coast. And actually, as a matter of fact, going back to Queensland for New Year's, we're going up to Burrum Heads to a campground that we found there that we fell in love with too.
Oh, beautiful. I'm heading up to Queensland in January. I'm going to Hamilton Island. I won't be taking a caravan, but it's I can't wait to go up there as well.
Actually, talking about Hamilton Island, 5 years ago when we were talking about Obi has been to Hamilton Island.
Of course,
and he's also been to on a cruise over there and on a beach over there where no other dogs had ever been, because it was. Yeah, so
Obi's a Labrador?
Yeah, Labrador cross with Retreat.
Nice. Sounds like Obi's had more fun than I've had. And so have you and Tanya planned any of your future journeys?
Yeah, sort of roughly. Well, we want to go to Tasmania first before we do the West Coast. So we'll wait till that the year that our daughter finishes school, and then we'll probably head south to Tasmania, spend a few months there, and ride out that sort of summertime down there, and then make our way back up, probably up the centre again. We'll do some time in South Australia, but we'll go back up the centre and then come across through the Pilbara and down the coast.
Yeah, cool. So when you're going up to South Australia, if it happens to be about September of next year, no doubt you'll be fully aware that we're having our rally in September of next year. So, keep that in the back of the think tank.
I'm booked in. I've already told Phil and Lynn that I'll have a site. Thank you.
Cool.
And they've planned it for the school holidays this time around.
They have. We really want to get a massive kids presence in there.
Hopefully a lot more families will be able to come, which will be, fantastic, because we made some really, really good friends at the Wagga Rally this year. I didn't get to meet you there this year because we had to come home for Tanya to go back to work.
Yeah, I know, but lucky you didn't, because I was absolutely sick as a dog that whole show, but I persisted.
Yeah, so I said to Phil and Lynn, if it's going to be school holidays, and Phil said that's the plan, and I said, okay, count us in.
Yeah, done.
And it's also happens to be school holidays that Tanya gets 3 weeks off, so
beautiful.
A week to get there and get home. Yeah.
Nice, Matt. Well, listen, before we go, I want you to advocate. If you're looking at buying a new caravan, irrespective if it's a Retreat or any other caravan, and you want to go off grid, what are the top 3 things that people need to really do their research on?
The weights and capacities for a start. Don't get something that's going to exceed what your vehicle is already at, because then it's just another expense or something that you weren't prepared for. That's paramount, because that's safety, and you can't compromise on that. And then what do you really want to do with it? Because everybody's needs are different. Mm-hmm. And you've got people that just caravan park. You've got people that want to do river camps, free camps, cheap camps, whatever. Yep. And we do a fair mix of both of that. So I think you really need capacity to do all of that.
Yep. Pick your van to match your lifestyle, right?
Yeah, pick your van, and everybody's taste different. So, what works for someone won't work for someone else. Right. It doesn't mean you can ridicule them or say that, oh, no, that wouldn't work for me. Yeah, okay, It might not work for you, but that's the van that they like. They love it. I think going forward, the ERVs and that type of technology is going to become a really, really big part of caravan and RVs and choices.
We've seen that, like from when we launched it to right now. ERVs used to be maybe 2% of our business, and after we introduced the Daydream, which is basically an in-betweener of an ERV and a Fraser, between the ERV and the Daydream now, it makes up close to 40 to 50% of our business. We're getting there.
I honestly think, Tilly, now if we were replacing this van, a Daydream probably would have been our option, because just having that extra power already there, all done. Yeah. And that's, but yeah, my biggest tips is just one thing, like safety. Make sure your package is going to be suited to each other.
Yep.
And then don't compromise on your wants.
Yep.
Because you're the things that are going to make you comfortable.
That's it. Very elegantly said, Matt. Well, mate, thank you very much. And, again, thank Tanya for allowing you to get on this podcast. And I know she wanted to be on there, but, of course, she's got to work. And we haven't met Obi yet, but I'm sure we'll meet him in South Australia of next year.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Off Grid podcast. And if anyone wants to see Matt's stuff, find him on Instagram. Sorry, not on Instagram. That's coming soon, right? You're going to get onto that?
I've just started up a page that's separate to me, which is Goodies Retreat.
Goodies Retreat. I like it. Here you go. There's an exclusive for us. Goodies Retreat.
I started that about a week ago, so I'm just starting to muck around with it and do it a bit. Instagram and so Goodies Retreat will it's going to be our move into our more traveling full time eventually. So there'll be a lot more going on that eventually. Yeah.
Nice work, mate. Well, thank you once again for joining us, and we'll catch you off the grid soon. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Off Grid podcast. If you're passionate about off-grid adventures and have a unique story, we'd love to have you on as a guest. Connect with us to share your experiences and inspire others with your off-grid journey. Remember, life is an adventure meant to be lived off the grid. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories, helpful tips, and exciting adventures. This is the Off Grid podcast powered by Retreat Caravans.